Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch news video. We've got a lot of topics to get into, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So Atlas says that Persona 5 and Yakuza 0 are not planned for the Nintendo Switch. So if you're hoping to play these games, which I was and I know a lot of you guys are, on your Nintendo Switch in a portable form and a console form, it probably won't happen at this point as far as from what we know. So according to Atlas USA community manager John Harden, he has basically been bombarded with these requests for PC and Nintendo Switch versions if they're going to come, and he basically says no. He says Persona 5 platforms, PS3, PS4, Yakuza 0 platforms, PS4, that's it. No Switch, no PC, don't know about the whole box label, that's a Sony thing. Obviously, he's just talking about what he knows, and what he knows at this point is Atlas, Persona 5, right now, PS3, PS4, Yakuza 0, PS4, that's all he knows. We have to wait for the final word, I'd probably say from someone from Atlas Japan, before we 100% rule it out. Now with this news, I definitely don't think Persona is coming at this point, at least Persona 5. I don't think it's going to happen, but we still need to wait for the final word from Atlas Japan and see what they have to say, and just see what Atlas has to offer on the Nintendo Switch, what they're going to be doing, because if this Nintendo Switch platform sells really well and does great things, then you never know what they'll do in the future. But for right now, Persona 5 definitely looking like just PS3, PS4 here in the Western territories. Alright, moving on to a lot of stuff from Laura Kate Dale. We've got a lot of Ubisoft news. So Laura Kate Dale is saying that Beyond Good and Evil 2's codename is Odyssey, and it will be exclusive to the Nintendo Switch for 12 months only at retail and digital. After the 12 months, it'll be digital only, so no retail, for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So she says that the Beyond Good and Evil 2 Odyssey teaser is done, and it will likely be shown at the end of the January 12th event to kind of hype people up. And she also adds that Rabbids Kingdom Battle is the title of the Rabbids Mario RPG. She has one source telling her that it might get pushed to September, but once again, you never know what's going to happen. She said that she had a source that's telling her that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be pushed, and now she kind of backtracked on that, kind of said, okay, well, it's a little bit different. So I wouldn't call it backtracking, but I would just calling it basically getting an update as far as her sources go. So you never know what that, remember, once again, these are all rumors as well. But she also has another source telling her that Rayman Legends Switch port is being announced during the January 12th event and will have a Q2 release. And I saw a lot of people getting upset about this, saying it doesn't make sense, there's no reason for this. Why does it not make sense? Who cares if it's on a bunch of other platforms? Rayman Legends is an amazing game, and for as amazing as it is in all the platforms that it's on, so just because the game was already out doesn't mean that it shouldn't come out on another platform, especially because that engine that it's running on, it's probably so simple for them to port it onto Nintendo Switch. It's probably like a cinch. It probably took them almost no time to get a quality port, so why not release it if it's basically going to cost nothing and it's going to be another quality game on the Nintendo Switch platform? It makes no sense for people to be upset about this, especially because Rayman Legends wasn't a massive seller anyway. So if Ubisoft can put it out and sell 100,000 copies or 200,000 copies, that's probably going to be a good amount of profit for them based on what they're investing into the port on the Nintendo Switch. So I don't understand the complaints. It's another quality game. It's a Rayman that you can play on the go and at home, 1080p. There's no reason to be upset about this, and this is a good idea in my opinion. The more quality games, the better. I don't care if they're old ports or not. More games equals better, especially quality games. Rayman Legends is amazing. I just bought it for $6 on the Xbox One, so there's no need to be upset about this. Now on to the other stuff that she talks about. Obviously Beyond Good and Evil 2, that's something that we've all been anticipating. It's been rumored for a long time, and good on Nintendo for going out there and helping fund this game probably so they can get it as a retail exclusive for the pretty much the duration according to this rumor, and 12 months exclusive. That's really good. If this game is quality, which I think it will be since it's been in the pipeline for so long and this is something that they really wanted to do, this is going to be a big boost whenever this game launches, because that's really a game and a franchise kind of people outside of the whole Nintendo bubble as far as the first party games can look at and say, this might be something that I want to pick up a Nintendo Switch for. With some third party support and some amazing first party games, that can be the determining factor for a lot of people. So we're gonna have to wait and see when they announce this and how good it looks and what they're going to do for this title, but I'm excited. Overall, I'm really happy. And this Mario RPG cross Rabbids game, I do think this is actually going to be a quality game, guys, just because because it's an RPG. Ubisoft usually does RPGs pretty well. Obviously, Nintendo's going to make sure that the game is quality. So it's going to have Nintendo characters thrown in there. So I don't think it's going to be like a horrible game. Some people are saying that it's going to be set for disaster. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be the greatest RPG of all time. But if they can take kind of what worked with like Super Mario RPG, the 1000-Year Door, and kind of RPGs like that, and put it into a game with some nice 1080p graphics, I'm totally down for that, because I've wanted a Super Mario RPG for a very long time. I've wanted another 1000-Year Door for a very long time, and if this can supplement that somehow, especially based on how the Paper Mario franchises went, it'd be good for a lot of RPG owners out there. So I'm excited to see what they have to offer with this game. Alright, and moving on to the next topic here. Rime, previously a PS4 exclusive game as far as announced for the PS4, is coming to the Nintendo Switch, PC, and the Xbox One, in addition to the PlayStation 4. So Tequila Works describes Rime as a single-player puzzle game about discovery experienced through the eyes of a young boy who awakens on a mysterious island after shipwrecking off its coast. Players must navigate the island's secrets by making use of light, sound, perspective, and even time, inspired by the rugged, sun-baked terrain of the Mediterranean coast. Rime paints its breathtaking world with a fusion of vibrant colors and moving musical undertones to set the stage for a deeply personal journey that awaits within. This game's looking great. The graphics are looking awesome on there. I love the fact that it's PS4, Xbox One, and PC. That shows that these developers, one, can have an easy port to the Nintendo Switch. They wouldn't do it if it was an easy port, because the more platforms you put on there, the more money, and they have to make sure that the game is quality on each platform. And I think the fact that it is on all of those just shows that you will be able to port over games, because the art style in this game looks amazing. The gameplay, from what they showed, if you're into that puzzle and platforming, this is going to be pretty cool. This is going to be a pretty cool game, and they're taking their time with it. They're obviously taking their time. They want to make sure that it's quality, and I think having it on all these different platforms really sets it up for more success than failure than just having it on the PS4 only at launch. And I think a portable version for this type of game, you can play in bits and chunks, really good for the Nintendo Switch as far as its sales aspect. So I'm interested in it. I'm not big on puzzle platforming type of games or puzzle adventure, but I will be looking out for this one. Alright guys, we got a big rumor here, but it seems like this one is going to be a go. We've got in-store GameStop Nintendo Switch pre-orders beginning on January 13th. So a Reddit user by the name of Beyond the Willow is relaying some information about in-store pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch at GameStop based on a GSO letter, which is essentially a company-wide email. Locations across the United States will apparently begin accepting reservations on January 13th. Additionally, each store will be allocated a certain number of pre-orders. It is one thing to note that, of course, the big presentation, the live stream, is on January 12th, so it makes sense that it's the day after, but also Beyond the Willow previously shared accurate information about the Hyrule Edition new 3DS XL and the Animal Crossing new 3DS pre-orders in 2015. So he does have some credibility to him, and I'll say, guys, take no chances on this one. Make sure you pre-order the Nintendo Switch. These are going to go up really quickly based on some of the stuff, especially if The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is at launch, and I think it will be. Those are going to go fast. So I'm definitely going to try to get my pre-order in as soon as possible, because this thing is going to go, and I just want to make sure that I have one on launch day so I can cover it just like everyone else is going to be covering this system. And guys, I remember going and pre-ordering the Wii U. I was able to go there, pre-order it, no problem. I just went, took my lunch break, it was there for pre-order, and I know that they had limited stock of that, but it wasn't like extremely limited like the Wii was. They definitely supplied enough. It wasn't like people went there and they weren't able to get it pre-ordered well before the Nintendo Wii U was out. Now, the Nintendo Switch, I think, is a little bit different just because of the hype heading into this one with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, whereas the Wii U didn't have really much of anything outside of New Super Mario Bros. And Nintendo Land and a bunch of third-party ports that nobody really wanted. That's the one thing, guys. Go there, pre-order. If you're here in the US, make sure you pre-order. I know in other parts of the world, pre-orders have already started, so go out there and pre-order, guys, because this is going to go quick. Alright, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.